Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, October 21st, and Joe, it's finally here. It's finally here. The time of the year where we have all four major sports going on at the same time.
It's a busy year.
Busy time of the year. NBA starts tonight. We have hockey has had 2 weeks, I believe. 2 weeks, and then we got the World Series going on right now with baseball, which I got a little tidbit to get into at the end there. Obviously, football's in full force. It's all four sports. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You can gamble all week long. Yeah. And we're in the middle of a 49-day streak of nothing but football on.
Yeah, football straight. Yep.
Yeah. Let's get to it. How was your weekend? Sorry.
Start off with the weekend update.
Yeah, I got to do weekend because it's going to get dark.
Got to do like a little SNL segment. But weekend was bittersweet. We had a festival around town, the Wooden Boat Festival.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. It's kind of like the standard each year, but I feel like the weather is so nice that even though it's like, kind of the same thing that they present every year, just a bunch of wooden boats and a couple of things for the kiddos to do, a couple of shops that the missus can shop at. It's the weather becomes nice enough that you just eliminate the repetitiveness of the fair that you're like, you know what? I want to be outside.
Yeah. No, dude, late October, November, this is about when it down south, like South Louisiana. I want to specify that because it's like 53 degrees up in Ohio where I used to live. Yeah. No, down South Louisiana, this is about where when it starts becoming perfect.
Yeah, it starts being much better weather or at least bearable weather.
Yes, correct. That's cool.
What about your weekend?
It was speaking of good weather, I don't play golf during the summer down here because it's just too damn fucking hot.
Nope.
And I don't know why people can, people have been speculating. I say it's because of the heat. I sweat so much that the club, like, shit's just literally slipping. Like my fingers interlock, it slips because they're all soaking wet. I wipe them off with a towel every time. It doesn't matter. Golfing in July and August and September down South Louisiana is miserable. So
no one wants to take a shower while they're golfing.
No, and I just don't do it. It's miserable. I can't stand it. So finally, I went golfing for the first time this weekend.
Nice. How did you swing?
It was rough.
It was rough?
It was rough. Yeah, I got to get back into it. I got to my drives were okay. I know I can add on. I actually golfed with it wasn't a golf pro, but he used to do lessons, and he said if I just get fitted for my driver and get a new shaft, I could probably add on 20 to 30 more yards, which that made my dick a little hard. So I'm gonna go and get fitted for a new driver.
Sounds like a golf salesman right there.
Yeah, well,
sounds like a little tactic.
He wasn't trying to sell me anything.
Okay.
He was not. So he was just being genuinely nice. If he was trying to sell something, then that would make sense. He wasn't trying to get me to go to his lessons or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, he's retired. All he does is just golf, and that's it. And I don't know what else, but yeah. That's what I did. It was a pretty tame weekend for me, except for what we're about to get into. But yeah, I don't know about you, but it was a pretty rough weekend for me, just sports wise in general.
LSU fans and LSU cannot play 11 o'clock games. Because if it doesn't go well, it ruins the day for the whole rest of the day.
Mm-hmm. I don't like 11 o'clock games. Period. I just noon, 1 o'clock. Yeah, that's a little better. 11 o'clock is just aggressive.
Well,
it's too early.
Let me put it this way. I like 11 o'clock games, but I don't like 11 o'clock games for LSU games. because I do like waking up and just being like half ready, for the day and stuff like that, and also just kind of paying attention. I like it to be a warm up for football. I don't want it to be my main course. I want it to be a warm up. I don't like when it's LSU, and especially if the game goes wild. I'm going to drink, and that will ruin the rest of my day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't mind a London game, like, on Sunday, but it's Sunday. It's a lazy Sunday. I plan on waking up and just being on my couch all day Sunday. Whereas Saturday I got plans. So I want that extra hour or two. 11's just a little too early for me, but it's okay. Let's just dive right into it. LSU Vandy. It was very hard. I had to dig deep to find positives on this. It was actually very, very infuriating because we lost on Saturday. I was angry Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday it started to taper off, and then today before I started my notes, I was finally kind of over it. I was getting back on ESPN, looking at articles and stuff, and then I had to do notes, and then I had to go through all the LSU stuff again, and I was re-mad.
Yeah, it got you mad again.
I became re-mad.
Yep.
So my positive, I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for this one, or these two. Brian Kelly's one step closer to being gone. That's my positive.
I saw that one, but I felt like that was the easy fruit right there.
Well, I mean,
it's what we're most passionate about.
Literally, the two that I have, I could not find anything else, so I had to. And honestly, if we had the same positives, it would have been fine.
Yeah. No, I actually told that to a friend group of mine because I had an Alabama fan that was patronizing me. So, basically he was like, well,
they're literally the fucking worst.
Yeah, I mean, they are. But they were like, yeah, Vandy's not a bad team. So, I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm glad we lost because it's one step closer to firing Brian Kelly. But, you know what? I'm going to spin zone it. I'm actually going to take his point as my positive is that Vandy is actually not a bad team this year.
Diego Pavia is, what is he? He's plus 1,200 or something in the Heisman voting.
Yeah, and we knew that Clark Lee was a good coach. He's going to get another head coaching job at a blue blood. Like that's the inevitable at some point.
Florida.
It could be Florida. I think Florida's got its sights on somebody else in the SEC, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But if you take a look, Vandy actually has a very good shot at kind of running the table and making the playoffs. If you look at their schedule, yes, they do have some tough games. They got a Mizzou next week, but that's at home. Mm-hmm. That's where actually College Game Day is going to be at.
Yep, we'll get to that one.
And then they got at Texas, which I know sounds like a daunting task. But they just came off an overtime game with Kentucky. You can't tell me that Vanderbilt can't go toe-to-toe with Texas if they play the same way as they did with Kentucky.
Right. But if they play the same way they played it against Oklahoma, they're going to smoke Vandy.
Well, then, yeah, in that sense. But, that's also an Oklahoma team that was handicapped by, a
Listen, I'm still mad at Vandy. I'm still mad at Vandy. I understand that. I'm still mad at Vandy, so I'm just going to keep going off on Vandy. I fucking hate Vandy.
I'm trying to help myself cope with this, and that's more of pushing up on Vandy that they're a national title, because if they win the national championship, then it's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, it's understandable that we lost to Vandy, and then they got Auburn next at home, they got Kentucky next at home, and then their last game is at Tennessee, at which between Mizzou, Texas, and Tennessee, I don't know which the harder the game is of them, but
I'd say probably Tennessee because they have that explosive offense. I'm still not big on Mizzou. Eli Drinkwitz has been doing a good job, and good for them. I just don't see it. They could easily, they could be 4-1 after a stretch, or they could be 2-3. They could easily be 2-3.
I could see them running the table too.
Obviously there's both ways, but I I don't know. I think people are going to game plan a little harder for Vandy now that they are in the position that they're in at 6-1.
So did you pull out another positive?
Yeah, we're technically not eliminated from the college football playoffs.
That was my actual positive too.
Yeah.
My second positive.
Yeah. I mean, again, these were both scraped at the bottom of the barrel, so we didn't have much left. There was not. There was like when you look at that game, there was not a single positive thing that came out of that game.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, but statistically, and I really stress statistically speaking, we are not out of the playoffs yet.
Right. Yep.
So,
I went and looked that up.
Yeah, so that's very much a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got Texas A&M, who's the top 5 team at this
We
point.
We have gauntlet.
Alabama, who's a top 5 team at this point as well. Like, I mean, it's a gauntlet of a schedule, but if you go through that schedule, then you will get credit for that schedule.
Also, A&M only beat Arkansas by 3 points.
Yeah.
So that's.
But we also have Arkansas.
Right.
Too.
Right. No, I'm just saying like A&M is beatable because Arkansas. They only beat Arkansas by they allowed Arkansas to have 42 points. Yeah, sorry, that's not that.
And Texas A&M also almost beat Notre Dame, who also has 2 losses.
Right. What do you mean? Wait.
Well, Notre Dame's not good either, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm making an argument for you that Texas A&M's not that good.
Oh, so you're saying that wasn't as good of a win as people are saying it is?
Yeah.
They did just beat Notre Dame. Just beat USC last week too. All right, negatives. Lots of them. $53 million buyout for Brian Kelly. That's my number one.
That's your number one negative?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's actually, it's more of a negative that we can't fire.
We're
really.
probably not going. He's not. He'll be here next season. Next season is probably our best shot to get rid of him.
These buyouts are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. Now, look, I get it. I get it if it's a high buyout for the first 3 years because you want to ensure a coach has like the comfortability to come in and build his own program. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure there's enough timeline that they don't feel bad or they don't feel scared to come to a program that they think is going to kick them out in 2 years. I understand that. That's not fair.
Totally get that as well. Because especially with the way that, like, do you remember Kalen DeBoer after the first game this season?
Yep.
They were calling for his head, and now Alabama looks like one of the best teams, if not the best team in the nation. So, like, yeah, I understand it. It's there for a reason. It's just it's wild.
But the thing is also I don't think they didn't give Kalen DeBoer a 10-year contract. Which is what inflated this buyout. Mm-hmm. Like you don't need a 10-year contract. You got to at least prove yourself, and then you get the extension. The extension is where you make your money, right? Because you've proved yourself.
Of course, yeah. And I mean, I agree with you on that. It's time to start having the conversation. And I keep coming back to this with this, especially with this year, but with this Brian Kelly tenure. The college football landscape is going through a change. We've talked about it multiple times. It's going through a change. If I'm gonna have problems with my coach, LSU's gonna look like this, I'd rather it be during the transition period. Mm-hmm. Where we got last year Ohio State paying gobs of money for their team and winning. Okay. We're going to look back on that and be like, oh, well, they had the most money to pay their team. That's why they fucking won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll get to another game that I want to talk about with money. But my other negative is this is our first time losing to Vandy since 1990.
It's a bad look.
Yeah, not good. But to your point, this is probably one of the better Vandy teams since Jay Cutler.
It's not your average Vandy team.
Yeah. I mean,
probably a little bit before then too, because James Franklin actually had them winning some non-win seasons.
You mean after that?
After that, yeah. Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler was just my favorite Vandy player. He was so much fun.
He's very good. Very good.
Do you have any more negatives?
Well, there's definitely plenty of negatives. There's definitely plenty of negatives. But my first negative is that this team is not making the playoffs, realistically.
Oh yeah, no shit. I think
Yeah.
the percentage was very very small. It was,
I
it was
wanted
in
to
the
make
single digits.
I wanted to make sure I balanced my positive there, because like yes, I'm going to be a fan. Yes, I'm going to be hopeful, but
I'm not. I'm done.
realistically,
it's so bad, and realistically,
realistically, we're not making the
right.
playoffs.
I don't like where I'm at right now mentally because I'm just checked out, and again okay. I'm actually going to Baton Rouge on this Saturday for the A&M game. I'm gonna get right back up. I'm gonna as soon as kickoff happens, I'm gonna get excited. Right now, I'm just kind of in the dumps.
Yep.
I was furious Saturday.
Yep.
Furious. Like I even Joe was too. I remember he was. I don't know who he was talking on the phone with, but he was in the corner just yelling on the phone. Do you remember who you were talking to?
Oh, me?
After the game? Yeah, you.
Oh no, I told you my Saturday was ruined.
Yeah, no, I know, and then but that's what I'm telling I'm telling the people. You were yelling on the phone at somebody, and it was right after the game was over.
Well, yeah, when I say my Saturday was ruined, I meant I blacked out.
Oh,
Yeah, like I blacked
gotcha.
out.
Yeah.
Like that was when I meant my Saturday was ruined because I got into a drunken stupor because I was so upset about the game.
Yeah.
Then
well,
I blacked out.
that's understandable.
So yes, I very much believe that I was in the corner yelling at somebody on the phone about the LSU game.
Yeah, 100%. And that's fine. That's perfectly good. That's
part of being a diehard fan.
Yeah. And I honestly, I had to be productive that day, so I couldn't black out. But I actually, pretty much did.
Well, you wanted to.
I know I did.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay,
and
actually,
I shouldn't have.
Okay.
It was not. It didn't end up going well. I actually had work.
See, and that's why 11 o'clock games should be banned for LSU.
All right, you got any more negatives before we get to the game?
Yeah, my second negative is our physicality sucks.
Yeah.
Our physicality sucks. It's the reason why we lost this game. We were just out-physicaled. Do you remember what was it? Was it the Wildcat or the Big Cat type of drills that Les Miles used to have it with the team, where it was basically one-on-one. It was almost like an Oklahoma drill, but you didn't start off on your back. You basically started in a three-point stance, and there was one person from the offense, one person on the defense that was about the same weight class, and they would just go head-to-head. It was the Big Cat drill.
We did that in high school, but it was with offensive linemen versus defensive linemen. You had two cushions or whatever that had basically you couldn't go outside of, and your goal was to push the other one.
Yeah. But actually, Les Miles used to do it with the entire team. He would do it with wide receivers versus cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what you need. And actually, Ed Orgeron did the same thing. He actually carried it on because he knew that LSU fans loved it.
Yeah.
Like, we need to bring that back. We need to bring that aspect back to practice.
Brian Kelly won't, but I do agree. It's also they have the college football landscape. Well, football landscape period have been regulating shit like that. It's again. I know I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. I believe that the league, the reason why there's so many fucking injuries is people have gone soft. Now, I know that's not anything that's going to blow anybody's tits off, but the reason I think they go on soft is because they stopped hitting each other.
They stopped hitting
each
other.
They stopped. Like they have less contact practices. They basically are trying to baby these people, and you need to put on the calluses. You need to toughen up, and hitting people more is going to toughen you up. That's just my personal opinion. But, you got to find some way to get them tough. And that's, again, I'm going to throw everything on Brian Kelly. But I really do. That one is actually serious. I think you got to, I don't know. They're just not playing. I don't want to make this excuse because it's next man up type of mentality. But Bernard Gooden and Whit Weeks being out, it was pretty, you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see it on the field. Whit Weeks is a very, very huge part, and so is Gooden. Gooden on the defensive line is nasty.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a menace down there, but
Sets the tone.
yeah, but Whit Weeks, man, he's like the captain.
Yeah, he's a leader.
Yeah, so it's again, it shouldn't have looked like that with them on the sideline, but I'm almost making it an excuse. I almost am.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to, but
I will.
It's hard not to.
I will say this. One thing I did like, so I could have put this as a positive. If you just get the ball in Xavier Thomas's hand, if you just get it in his hand, he can make magic with it. He's gonna. What that means is like, we kind of have to. There should be no more than like 5 yards of air on that ball.
So what you're saying is it's pretty complicated to get it in his hands.
Just it's got to be through screens, some type of end around, handoff. Just get it in his hands, and he's gonna make something happen. The only issue is if you throw it more than 10 yards in the air, he's probably gonna. He had one miss. He had just it's just seared in my brain. It was right in his hands. It hit him in the face, and he would have gone forever. But
the absolute worst drop that you could have, because it's like it hits you in the face. So like obviously, it's an embarrassing look as it is, but also at the same time, like when you ask a quarterback to put a ball in a spot that's a catchable spot, that's the spot.
Mm-hmm. That is, yeah. But he also had a very, very good run. It wasn't a run. I think it was he was tossed the ball like a screen.
Yeah,
and he just made shit happen.
He's
so athletic. Get the ball to his hands. Yeah. I look. We got, like you said, out physical. We got out coached. We got the defense played. The defense was the most frustrating thing ever. They had the time of possession was. I think they had twice as much time of possession as we did. Like it was almost twice.
Yeah.
The offense looked decent, I guess. The run game had some sparks of life. Garrett Nussmeier looked okay. He didn't look terrible.
They can't score within the 5-yard range, and they were settling for field goals instead of touchdowns.
If we get on the goal line, like within 2 to 3 yards, you might as well just go ahead and kick it.
Yeah,
just might as well go ahead and kick it. Yeah, hats off to Van. You know what? Whatever. I'll swallow. Hats off to Vandy. Pavia played his dick off. He deserves all the Heisman hype that he has. And yeah, whatever. Go Tulane.
We're Green Wave.
Yeah,
fans now.
no, this is where I'm at right now. You got anything else on this game?
That's about it.
I think you have something else, but you don't want to talk about
Well,
it.
Brian Kelly's got to stop with the broken record. Like, oh my gosh. Like, the press conference, like, if I hear the goddamn word details and execute, like, I'm going to rip my brain out. I know you've heard the same thing too. I mean, you've already gotten frustrated at this point. I was like, don't listen to the press conference. Don't listen to the press conference. And like, I listened to the press conference this time. I fell through. Gosh, it's like, yeah, well, we have to focus on the details. How about you focus on punching them in the face, like with some sort of physicality? Let's stop scheming these guys like a little nerd and like actually do something.
And you've been saying the same thing every single fucking week, and nothing's changed.
Changed.
It's actually gotten worse.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse, and I think he just goes home and AI's what he's gonna say.
And what he's gonna say, yeah, it's all AI prompts. He's an AI.
Maybe he got a chip put in his brain, and that's he's like one of the rich people that had it done. He's like the beta testing.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. All right, Brian Kelly's a robot. That's why we're not getting anywhere.
So Brian Kelly turned into Chip Kelly. I mean, sort of.
Nice. No, I like it. All right, Louisville versus Miami. Dude, I think. All right, listen. This is a huge overreaction by so many people. Cristobal does this once a year. This is a typical thing. Carson Beck turned back into a pumpkin.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Right? It's like we knew Carson Beck was this way. He just has a lot of talent. He had a lot of talent in Georgia, and that's why he was so successful. But he's just not good. He's not. He's a very mediocre quarterback, and talent can only carry a mediocre quarterback so far.
Well, and we always said too, like, he's a good game manager. He can be a good game manager, and he's had the talent at Georgia. That was the thing. He had the talent at Georgia to be a game manager, but when he was called upon to do more, yeah, not so much. Same thing with Miami. He was doing the same thing with Miami. Miami had a lot of talent and was able to grind out games like that with him just kind of managing the game. But you notice on this game, whenever he was throwing it deep, he threw like 3 interceptions that were all deep balls.
Yeah.
Terrible decisions.
You got to, if you want to get somewhere, like if you want to get, you have to be able to throw the deep ball if you want to win the big games against the good teams.
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't see Miami losing again. Obviously the ACC is terrible. Stanford, at SMU, Syracuse, NC State, at Virginia Tech, at Pitt.
Well, kind of to your point at the beginning of this segment with Miami, isn't that the type of schedule that Mario Cristobal at least slips up on one time?
But that's what I'm saying. He's already done it. He slipped up with Louisville.
Okay.
I think that was his slip up.
That was the slip up.
Sometimes teams need a good loss to bring them back down to earth. Because they beat Notre Dame. They beat South Florida. Remember after South Florida beat Florida.
Yep.
They beat Florida after they beat South Florida, and then they beat number 18 FSU. They were on a high. They were rolling on a high. They needed to get brought down. They needed to get humbled a little bit, and I think this was it. And I think they're going to go out the rest of the. I think their biggest challenge will be SMU in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
Yeah, and I don't think they'll
unless they play another Friday Night Lights game. And I bring that point up because the Friday Night Lights games have not been too kind to the top 25 teams.
Really?
So the record for top 25 teams this season on Friday night is 4-4.
Wow.
Now, you put that into perspective, though. You put that into a little bit of perspective. Teams that have top 25 teams that have played Power 4 teams are 1-4 on Friday night.
So if you're a top 25 team that is not a Power 4 team and you play a Power 4 team.
No. If you're a top 25 team that plays a Power 4 team.
Oh, gotcha.
So now
Okay,
for instance,
Yep.
South Florida versus North Texas.
Gotcha.
North Texas is not a Power 4 team. Obviously, South Florida beat them.
I understand it. Okay.
So if you're a top 25 team and you play a Power 4 team, the record has been 1-4 this year. It's almost as bad as an 11 o'clock a.m. game on Saturday. And I'm still salty about this 11 o'clock games.
Yeah. I don't like 11 o'clock games either.
No, they suck. And honestly, they're like a hotbed for like upsets.
Yeah. No, they are. You're right. They are. Especially like, obviously West Coast teams can't play 11 a.m. games. So like, yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't play a top 25 LSU game that's in Nashville at 11 a.m. Actually, I take that back. Nashville's probably a good city to play an 11 a.m. game in. That's one of those like Vegas that they just probably don't sleep.
Well, actually, whenever it's an away game, most of the time LSU does get that 11 o'clock game because they know they're like, all right, what's the opposite of a Saturday night game? It's an 11 o'clock game.
11 a.m.
So if you're going to catch LSU off guard, that's basically the way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations to Louisville, though. That's a big win. You got to get a big win.
Yeah.
Georgia versus Ole Miss. This is where Carson Beck lacked, Gunnar Stockton gained.
Oh.
I thought so. I thought Diego Pavia was plus 1,200. No, it's actually Gunnar Stockton is plus 1,200 to win the Heisman.
Damn.
Yeah. He's Carson Beck is now out of the top 10. After that performance, Georgia with this fourth quarter comeback was awesome. This was the only issue I have with this fucking game is that Ole Miss couldn't have lost by 7, could they?
They couldn't have just gotten us the JMO special.
Just get us the JMO special, please. Good Lord, they couldn't even do that.
I mean, they were winning the entire time.
I know. Look, I was busy, and so I just stopped paying attention to this game.
Yeah,
because I thought we had it locked. We missed it by half point. Half point. Yeah, Georgia looked good. It's bittersweet, but it's always nice to see Lane Kiffin and Old Piss lose. Yeah, I can't stand Lane Kiffin and Old Piss. They're starting to become my most hated team.
Most hated team.
Yeah, it's more like I'm happy when they I watch their games just in hopes that they lose, not because I'm interested in their game.
Yeah. I will say, I think the biggest headline that came out of this game wasn't even about the game. Because the rumors that swirled around afterwards of Lane Kiffin's future is absolutely astronomical. It's just all throughout sports media right now.
Does it have to do with a certain picture that went viral?
Well, I mean, that was maybe attributed to some of the viral, but it more so like a head coaching position. But yeah, that yoga pick, that was actually kind of funny.
No, I thought, whatever. Fuck Lane.
That's classic. That's classic Lane, though. Classic Lane.
Whatever. So what was the problem with what is he like? Is his seat starting to get hot?
No. Florida wants him back.
Oh, Florida wants him.
He's like the second coming of Steve Spurrier.
Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You were alluded to earlier.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's not going to be Clark Lee.
No, I let's put it this way. I don't personally think it's going to be Lane Kiffin. A lot of people think it's going to be Lane Kiffin because Florida really wants Lane Kiffin.
People are saying Lane Kiffin.
Yes. They want somebody with a visor, talks a lot of shit, and has a hot offense.
Dude, the more I think about it and the more I hate it, Lane Kiffin is the perfect Florida head coach.
He's a perfect Florida head coach. But
he's basically going to be Urban Meyer reincarnate.
No, he's going to be Steve Spurrier reincarnate.
I think if Urban Meyer and Steve Spurrier banged, they would get Lane Kiffin.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
I can get on board with that. And
this is just me spitballing here, but yes, because that makes perfect sense, right? Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But the thing is, I don't think sober Kiffin goes to Florida. I think sober Kiffin, sides with Landry Kiffin, his family, and stuff like that. That's already kept him at Ole Miss. I think Party Kiffin goes directly to Florida.
And Florida is very good at partying.
Well, they are. But
we all go to spring break in Florida.
But who's going to convince sober Kiffin to go back to partying?
Let's get those yoga girls to slip some cocaine somewhere.
Maybe that they were doing the job.
Yes.
And why he lost to Georgia.
You got all these good points just swirling around. I'm so excited about this now.
We bring it all together here.
Bringing it all together. Love it. Let's see. Yeah, it was good to see Old Piss lose. Let's see. Tennessee versus Alabama. This is one of those. Alabama has beaten 4 straight ranked opponents with no open dates. And the reason why I say no open dates is because that's an SEC record. I got no open dates, I'm guessing means a bye. But 4 straight ranked opponents with no open dates they're on a fucking tear. They are literally on a tear. They've gone through the gauntlet part of their schedule. Yeah, they got a couple of difficult games coming up left, but still they got through the meat of their schedule, and besides their first loss to Florida State, that was it. They've been just crushing people.
And it can't be more opposite of how their seasons have gone on since that week 1 matchup of Florida State and Alabama. Literally, that's the complete opposite.
Dude, it seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
They were calling for DeBoer's head.
Yeah.
It was wild, and it's so crazy. Like you said, the direction Florida State took, and then the direction Alabama took. It's polar opposites.
Because Alabama won 4 straight against top 25 opponents, Florida State has lost 4 straight games
against ACC opponents.
Yeah.
They've lost. We'll get to this. They've lost 9 straight against ACC opponents. 9 against ACC opponents. They're 0-9.
Yeah.
For the last 9. Yeah. This is Tennessee. I think Tennessee's still pretty good. They had the number 1 or number 2 offense in the nation before this. I think they'll be fine, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think that interception did way more to that game. Like, pretty much killed the game at halftime, which was the most baffling thing, because I don't know if you know what the play was that they did on the goal line.
Explain.
So with 9 seconds left, the play formation
in the first half.
In the first half, 9 seconds left in the first half, they did the most John Gruden notorious play, spider wide 2 banana.
Yeah.
They did that play call.
Spider wide 2 split banana.
Yes, and that is for a play that you're trying to fake the defense into thinking that you're run and you pass. I mean, you got a 12 personnel format where you got 2 tight ends, a fullback, and like 2 running backs. Like, you're basically fooling the defense into thinking that you're going to run,
right,
and then you throw a pass, which is a great play call. But if you have 9 seconds left, they obviously know, without any timeouts, they obviously know that you're going to pass it. Mm-hmm. Like, why not do a passing personnel in there?
Right. At least have more fast guys, receivers in there.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer that they could cut off that play or jump the route, knowing that because you obviously have less athletic people with your. I mean, honestly, I think there was a defensive end that was in there on that play as well.
Was that just Heupel being dumb?
Yeah, I think it was being too fancy. I think it was being too fancy.
I think fancy would have been something tricky, but that just seems like a dumb play.
I mean, it's definitely dumb. It is definitely dumb. You're right. That's a dumb.
Dumb play.
That's a dumb. Give that guy a sucker. But yeah, that was the game-changing play. I mean, you were about to make it within, make it within 2 points, because it would have been 14-16 going into the half. And then it became 24 or 23-16 or 7.
I think those momentum shifting plays, they mean a lot more, and they have a lot a greater effect on college.
Oh, absolutely.
On college teams than NFL teams.
Absolutely.
It's if you get that momentum going into the halftime is huge.
Yes.
Massive. But yeah, Alabama's steamrolling people. It's not fun. Arizona State versus Texas Tech. I don't really have too much on this one, except I guess money doesn't really buy happiness. Texas Tech be trying to they be trying to buy their shit, and then Arizona State's not so fast.
Yeah, I mean, they have their quarterback that's kind of hurt. You know what? I really just kind of wish I would have thought that this was last year's Arizona State team this week when I was betting or doing my bets. Because last week I was thinking that, but
yep.
But yeah, no, it was a hell of a game. Sam Levitt, I'm gonna have to give him props. The man was throwing bombs while getting absolutely blasted by the defense, absolutely popped.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he had, I want to say, about 3 deep bombs that he connected with, and he just hung in the pocket and absolutely got popped. It was a hell of a game for him. I will have to say, I never realized this, but until it actually got banned after this week, but the tortilla tradition at Texas Tech.
Yeah, I saw this.
That's every home game after opening kickoff, they throw tortillas on the field?
I didn't know that was after every home game.
Maybe it's the first game of each season.
I don't know.
I didn't go through the entire thing, but yeah, apparently this has been a 35-year-old tradition, and it started off. There's 2 different theories. They started off either with the fact that they were told not to throw soda lids onto the field, so they decided to switch over to tortillas. And or there was like in 1992, announcer and one of the opposing announcers said that Texas Tech is all they're really good for is tortillas, and then they started throwing tortillas on the field. So I don't know, but this is kind of one of life's mystery that just passed me by. Like, I did not know this was a thing for college tradition, which makes college football so great.
Dude, there's so many worse things that can be thrown onto fields than tortillas. Please, come on. There's dead fish that go on hockey rinks. There's green dildos that are thrown onto basketball courts. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah, I know. Like, but I mean, I'm just saying, tortillas. Like, come on. This is getting ridiculous. I let the people throw tortillas.
Let the people throw tortillas.
Yeah, they're kind of fun. You can like sling them like a frisbee. It's not gonna hurt anybody. You ever been hit? You ever been hit in the face with a tortilla?
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, you have?
Well, no. Remember there was a tortilla challenge where you would fill your mouth up with water and then you slap the other person with a tortilla. That's actually really funny.
What are you talking about?
You never remember? You don't remember that trend?
I do not remember that trend. You fill your mouth up with water and then you slap them with the tortilla?
Yeah, and then whoever spits the water out loses.
Okay, yeah. Please let Texas Tech throw tortillas. Come on, let's do that. They'll everybody throw tortillas and then slap each other in the face with them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's thin bread, please.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. FSU versus Stanford. How hot is Mike Norvell's seat?
He's not gone.
I know he's not gone, but how hot is his seat?
Well, his seat is.
So he's. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say his seat is not able to get hot because they didn't pay the electric bill or they can't afford the electric bill.
Oh, okay. So yeah. He's just sitting down on his cool throne.
He's sitting down on like maybe in an execution chair, but it can't get powered because they can't pay for the bill. They can't pay his buyout. That's basically what the AD was like. They're like, yeah, we're gonna we'll evaluate this at the end of the year. No, you paid $74 million for the Jimbo Fisher buyout. You have normal money.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can buy Norvell out.
I mean, you can, but who are you gonna get afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's Florida State's just. It's wild. I love your take on his on this season. It's just if 2023 and 2024 banged.
If they banged, this is 2025.
2025, yeah. It's tough. I don't how FSU fans are handling this right now is it's I don't know how.
Especially after that last game. They got stopped on the goal line.
On the goal line.
With an extra time play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There wasn't even a time down. Knowles. All right. Let's see. I don't have anything else in college. I think all the other games were pretty, Ohio State blew out Wisconsin. Indiana, you knew Indiana was going to beat up on Michigan State. They were fucking terrible. We already talked about Texas A&M only beating Arkansas. It was kind of a normal weekend. I didn't do terrible betting college football overall this weekend. It was just my picks, which we can get to our college picks. They didn't do well. We had my game of the week, Ole Miss plus 7.5 versus UGA. We talked about that. Underdog of the week was Tennessee plus 8.5. We saw what happened against Bama. And then my favorite of the week was Utah versus BYU. Utah minus 3.5. They didn't even win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
No. You had, would you go 1 and 2?
So another week. Another 1 and 2 week for me on the college football slate.
Hey, consistency is key, man.
So if you want to bet one of my picks, good luck finding out which one's going to be the one that wins.
You got a 33% chance.
Yeah, there's one out of 3 chance. So obviously Ole Miss at Georgia, the favorite Oregon at Rutgers minus 17.5 did hit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
They did. They smoked the Rutgers.
and then I really thought this was going to hit, and I mean it was so close to hitting. But Mizzou at Auburn, I really did think that Auburn really was desperate for a win, and that game went into overtime, and just
It was in Auburn though, so that was to your point.
yeah, exactly. They're a desperate team at home. Like I just felt like it was going to win, but yeah, I mean props to Mizzou pulling it out at the end. But yeah, plus 1.5 didn't hit.
What was the other one? The Ole Miss UGA. Yeah. Okay. What are your picks for this week?
Oh, picks for this week.
Piss for this week.
Piss for this week. So my game of the week is I'm actually going to follow game day and go to Nashville for Mizzou at Vandy. And I'm going to ride with the Commodores because that was my positive take on the game against LSU, and I'm going to ride Vandy for a little bit. Let's go minus 2.5 for Vandy.
We have another JMO special.
Whoa.
My game of the week is Vandy as well. I know I said a lot of shit about Vandy, but I don't know. I like it.
I like Clark Lee.
I do too. Coach. I agree. I like Eli Drinkwitz too. I like both of these coaches. Clark Lee, he just pissed me off on the sideline because he kept getting fucking livid about calls, and he pissed me off. He's a big guy though. I like it. He
looks like he's going on a roid rage.
Yeah. And like I want to fight him.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem. I don't like wanting to fight other opponents' coaches, but like Lane Kiffin, he's got that punchable face.
Oh, he does have a punchable face.
I've always wanted to punch Lane Kiffin in the face.
Yeah, and then he takes pictures with shirtless after yoga, you know, with chicks. Like, he's a douche.
All right, my favorite of the week is Alabama versus South Carolina. I have Bama minus 12.5. I don't think South Carolina sniffs 2 touchdowns in this game. I think they get toast.
Okay.
What's your favorite?
Okay. So my favorite of the week, I'm going to kind of ride the same strategy as I did with Oregon and Rutgers last week. So I'm going to go with Stanford at Miami. So this one's at Miami. This is going to be cross country for Stanford, kind of a long trip. It is minus 29.5.
Holy
so it's
shit.
a lot of points. But with Miami losing this week, I'm kind of going for an avenge game.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I guess I got it this time, or last time with Oregon. It's a little bit trickier with Miami because they don't blow out opponents that much. But I think this, because of the loss and them trying to get back on track, I'm going for a big game at Miami.
Stanford versus Miami, minus 29.5.
My favorite.
Dude, you gotta love some college football spreads. My dog of the week, and I don't like that I'm doing this, but I'm doing it anyways. I got Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. I got Ole Miss plus 4.5.
They're plus 4.5?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cat!
Yep, I saw that, and that's why I jumped on it. I don't know why.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
is it at Oklahoma?
I think it's at Oklahoma, but yeah, no, right? It was. Isn't that weird? Yeah, it's at Oklahoma, but like, I don't know. It just seemed like that was the move. I might be a sucker bet, but yeah, dog of the week, Ole Miss.
Okay. Is there an anti-JMO? Is there an anti-JMO?
Ooh, do you have Oklahoma?
No. So the under my week for this week is
the
actually the dog for this week to cover is South Carolina versus Alabama.
Oh.
And the only reason why I do this is that Alabama has kind of been notorious this year for blowing double-digit favorite spreads at or away from home.
Yeah, so as a visiting team.
As a visiting team. So I think South Carolina's it's gonna be a kind of a desperate team looking for some big victory, some big moral victory for this season. They're gonna get up for Alabama.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna get up for Alabama. I think Alabama's gonna crush them. Okay, all right. We'll have to come up with an anti-JMO special. So
What that's gonna be later.
yeah, we'll post it. But yeah, I got that. That's all I got for college football. NFL recap: Saints versus Bears. I don't really have too much on this. We can do our positives. Olave looked good.
I had that one too. So, do we trade him?
Yeah, because we now we definitely can't trade Kamara.
We can't trade to Kamara anymore.
No.
So, hey, might as well trade one of our best playing players. Get him while his value is at the highest,
and he looks really good.
Yeah,
I agree. Let's trade him.
Yeah, see if you can just get the most out of him and really go fold into this rebuild.
Yes. I've been saying this the past couple of weeks. There was really not much from this game. I still like how the players are like visibly trying. Like, you can tell when a team's given up. Mm-hmm. You can tell.
Miami.
Yes. Miami. New York Jets. Like, you can tell when teams have visibly given up. And that's why I say kudos to the Titans, because I don't think they've they kind of have, but also it does seem like they're kind of playing for Cam Ward almost. A little bit.
They gave up on Brian Callahan. They didn't give up on Cam Ward.
They're still playing. They're still trying. So this is another scrape in the bottom of the barrel. It was not a good weekend for Louisiana football sports.
No, not
except
at
for
all.
Except for Tulane.
Honestly, I'm just kind of glad we got the revenge game out of the way for Dennis Allen.
I got something else coming up for that. But
that was negative.
No. It was just so wait, that was one of your positives?
My positive was get the game out of the way.
Yeah.
Because you knew Dennis Allen was going to have a revenge game. Like, might as well get it out while we're down.
Right.
Not on a good season, because that chip is like a huge chip on the shoulder.
I love that positive. That's a great positive spin.
Yeah.
Love it. That's about it, huh?
Yeah, actually, I did have one more though.
Okay,
I want to give a shout out to Quincy Riley.
A little lanyap.
Quincy Riley actually had himself a pretty breakout game for a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
He
Good.
played really well. That's something that's inspiring to see, like a rookie like that that has big plays. That's what you want to see in a season like this.
Especially since the Saints' history with DBs have not been good. It's we've like it.
It's been up and down.
I feel like every single year we have these DBs that just they just blow it. I miss the Mike McKenzie days. Remember Mike McKenzie?
Darren
Sharp.
Yeah.
Darren Sharp.
But Marcus Lattimore wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad.
And then Paulson Adebo wasn't actually too bad.
Dude, I feel like he would give up big plays though. That was my thing. But I mean, look, I just I'm the most pumped when my team has a really good DB. Like, for instance, LSU, Mansur Delane. One of my I love solid, great DBs on my team.
You want to shut down cornerbacks.
I love shutdown cornerbacks. That might be one of my favorite. I'm a big middle linebacker guy, so if you have a powerful middle linebacker and that is fast, I love it.
Yeah.
But I love seeing a shutdown corner, so that's good. I like that. My negatives, pretty obvious. Spencer Rattler took a big step back today. He didn't look good.
Yeah.
He didn't look very good. It really isn't too much credit to the Bears. I think it was just his decision making and his it's almost like he reverted back to Spencer Rattler of the first two games of the season. He wasn't airmailing stuff, just not good.
Yeah. I think that's a testament to one of my negatives, is that away games are getting ugly.
Yeah.
The away games are kind of getting a little bit ugly. I mean, we already saw that with Seattle, and we just tried to write that off. But this is another ugly game against Chicago at Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to get better at that. That's something, I think that's maybe a little bit of a coaching point to Kellen Moore. I want you to still have that same fight on away games. Don't save it for just home games.
Credit to the Dome, though.
I mean, the dome's the dome.
Credit to the Dome, man. That place is electric.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. New Orleans is great. My second negative is the Kendra Miller injury. Out for the season.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah, it's tough because we were banking. Well, at least I was banking on him to be. Excuse me. I was banking on him to be the reason we would trade Kamara.
Well, and not only that, but to at least start prepping him for major reps next year.
Yep. All right. Well, okay. I'm sorry. What's your second negative?
That was it.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you alluded to Dennis Allen earlier. I don't think it was that much of a revenge game, as people are. I think people are being dramatic. Okay, because we loved Dennis Allen. The only issue, yes, dude, he was the defensive coordinator throughout our he didn't have the best defenses, but we won a Super Bowl with him.
We love Dennis Allen as a defense.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's I'm getting that. You gotta let me finish. He was with us throughout all the Drew Brees, Sean Payton years. He won the Super Bowl with us. He was awesome. Where it went sour was when Mickey Fuckface Loomis decided to hire him as a head coach and not go look elsewhere. That was where it went sour. And again, I don't think sure, it might have been a revenge game, but even Dennis Allen, if you look at all the things that he said in the week leading up to that game, he wasn't making it about him. He said it wasn't really a revenge game. It was I understand. That's what I look. This is why it went all over social media. I choose to believe it. I don't have very much animosity towards Dennis Allen. I think it just got blown up through the media.
I don't think any Saints fans has an animosity towards Dennis Allen,
right?
Because I don't think he ruined us.
He was just a bad head coach. It wasn't anything that happens all the time. Look at Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn's a bad head coach. He's actually wasn't even really that good of a defensive coordinator, but that year, last year was incredible. So he got a head coaching job.
Yeah. None of the Saints fans had any animosity towards him by any means, but yeah, I don't know. That's still coach's talk. He's pretty good at coach's talk. You don't want to give the other team fuel. He's a smart guy.
He's smart. He did. Yeah, you don't want to give him billboard material.
Yeah, and he used to do that at the Saints. He would do things strategically to make sure the other team didn't have some sort of advantage.
Yeah. I don't have anything against Dennis Allen. I think it was just it was a media thing that got blown out of proportion. I will say this: Caleb Williams looked bad. I like to say that.
Yeah, he did look bad.
I think Chicago, they you can be happy all you want. You got a quarterback problem, brother. And I think Ben Johnson's gonna have to get Ben Johnson's gonna bring in a new guy.
I've never been the biggest fan of Caleb Williams.
Me neither.
I get that he has talent. I get it, but I think there's a whole nother mental element to being a quarterback in the NFL, and I don't think he has it.
Also, because his last year at USC wasn't the best. It was the year before that he played. That was his good year. Yeah. He didn't have a great year last season at USC.
Yeah.
But he got drafted based off of that. It's the same as Tua. Remember? It was tank for Tua. And obviously Joe Burrow had hit that incredible season, but that was because of Tua's second to last year at Alabama. He did have a good final year at Alabama, but it wasn't his second to last year. And then Tua turned the ball over. That's my favorite. I love it.
It's actually pretty funny.
I love it. But yeah, that's all I have from the Saints versus Bears. It's getting to the point where I love that we're fighting for Kellen Moore, but losing is starting to wear on me. And it may have just been because it was this weekend. I had LSU lose, Saints lose. I lost almost all of my NFL bets. I literally, of all the games that weekend, I won 4 of all the games I bet on, and I bet on all of them. It was a very, very tough weekend for me.
Well, we're gonna have to find the science behind it, but I think there's a direct correlation on how your fandom teams play and how your parlays or gambling plays. I think there's a direct correlation to it, and I don't have the science to back it up, but I think it's out there,
dude. I think, yeah. I think we can find the science.
I think the science is there.
Yeah.
We have to research it.
Yeah. You got anything else on the Saints versus Bears?
That's it.
All right. Bengals versus Steelers. Joe motherfucking Flacco. Let's go motherfucking Flacco. I love how the old guys are killing it in the league.
This is the game of the Unc.
Yeah, the Unks. Yeah, Rodgers, and honestly, Rodgers looked pretty good.
I mean, if Joe Flacco doesn't have that final drive at the end of the game, then we're going to be talking about Aaron Rodgers with that unbelievable pass for a touchdown.
Yep. And it's cool because, like, I mean, we got the Unks in this one. Matt Stafford is playing out of his mind.
Out of his mind.
Yeah, and yeah, we're old. I know, we're old. Whatever.
So we kind of relate.
Yeah.
We just relate a little bit to it, as much. Yeah.
It's also nice to see like people that we were like when I was in college.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks that were good.
And now we could be those guys that'll be like, yeah, your quarterbacks ain't nothing. You look at our quarterbacks, back in the day. They're still beating you.
I mean, we did grow up during the best era of quarterbacks. I'm sorry. Like, you watch Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, like Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm sorry. We had the best fucking quarterbacks of all time. You can't even, hands down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you go look at the stats, I went back and looked at the stats of, like, Phillip Rivers back in the day. Mm-hmm. I mean, the man would hardly ever have less than a 300-yard game. It's honestly, it's rare, like, or it's less common to see a quarterback have over 300 yards now. It's more of like that 200, 250 range and stuff like that.
Yep.
Maybe, and most of the time, it's maybe even under that. But yeah, it is rare to see that. But like Phillip Rivers was doing that on a weekly basis, plus 300.
Well, same with Drew Brees.
I mean, Drew Brees. I wanted to get somebody that was maybe an average quarterback because Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Those were the ones that were like the best quarterbacks at that time.
Right, so accurate.
Yeah, I was wanting to see because I was like you see the quarterbacks from a day or a week to week basis. Like I want to say, what was it? Drake May was being proclaimed of having a really good week, which he did. He had a good week, but he didn't surpass 300 yards.
No,
he did not surpass 300 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. I was like, that's an average day for Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. Do you remember? You remember that year they had the number 1 offense, number 1 defense, and missed the playoffs?
Yeah. That's wild.
I love those stats. Those stats are so fun.
Yeah.
Like you just where does that come from?
Yeah.
Special teams, man. Special teams. It was Rodgers had that Hail Mary that traveled like almost 70 yards in the air.
I was like, he's still got it.
Dude, he's got a cannon at 40.
Still got a cannon.
At 40 years old. It's wild.
Yeah. And you know how Joe Flacco is a veteran? Mm-hmm. He feeds the ball to Jamar Chase 23 times.
Yes.
23 targets on that game.
Yeah. I mean, duh.
He's like, oh, well, I know who my best player is.
Yeah. I mean, like, just take notes. Like, young guys, take notes. I mean, that's what Matt Stafford's been doing his entire fucking career.
Like, I don't think he's actually done a different style of gameplay.
Yeah, no. Oh, Puka Nukua's out. I'm going to give Devontae Adams 3 fucking touchdowns.
And in case you were wondering what he did before the Rams, it was Calvin Johnson.
Yeah. Well, no, he had Cooper Kupp before that, and then Calvin Johnson before that.
Well, I was saying before the Rams,
gotcha, yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty spot on. You look at the 07 Patriots, regarded as like one of the best teams of all time. What did Tom Brady do? He threw the ball to Randy Moss.
And I think that's one of the things that you see with quarterbacks nowadays. It's like the player looks covered, but if he's the best player on the field, he's not covered.
No.
Like, I'm sorry. If he's a one-on-one matchup, he's not covered.
No.
That was the biggest thing that Joe Burrow did during the national championship game. So the first 2 drives of the game, he was like trying to read what the defense was doing, and he figured out that Clemson in that 2020 national championship game for the 2019 season was going man-on-man, one-on-one versus Jamar Chase. And after the second drive, he's like, they're playing man on him. Like, I'm going to throw it up. And all he did the rest of the game was throw it up to Jamar Chase. That's what you have to do.
Yeah. You literally, it's It's pretty simple, actually.
Yes.
It is wild. 'Cause in like with the games that the Vikings win, it's when Carson threw it to Justin Jefferson. Just threw it to him.
Just throw it up to him.
Just threw it to him. It's, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I take notes, young guys. Take notes. Panthers versus Jets. The only thing I have from this, the reason I brought it up, I wanted to ask you if the Jets would win a game this year.
I think their offense needs to be saved, and that's according to their owner, Woody Johnson, because apparently, he absolutely trashed Fields, saying that he couldn't throw he needs somebody that can throw a pass, which means there's only one person that can save that franchise right now.
Jameis Winston.
Mike White.
Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, Lord.
But isn't it right? Yeah. Mike White.
Yeah.
That's all I had on this one.
Dude, but like, for real, the only game I can see them winning is Miami.
Yeah.
The only game. I thought maybe the Bengals would be one, but no. Next week, they got the Bengals and Joe Flacco.
Oh, I said the Saints.
The Saints? No, I think we're going to beat them.
I mean, I know.
It's in the dome.
That was a joke.
It's in the... Oh. You're not funny. All right. Let's see. The Broncos-Giants. What a fucking comeback from the Broncos. That was insane. They scored 0 points in the first 3 quarters. And then 33 in the fourth quarter. I don't think 33 points in the fourth quarter has ever even been done in the NFL.
No, I think that was the first.
That was the first, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just seeing a comeback like that. It's like, you know how we talked about momentum going into second half, fourth quarter for college. It does not mean that in the NFL.
No.
The NFL, these are grown men. These are grown ass men that can turn shit around. You just gotta have somebody like Sean Payton to keep them focused. That's it. It's insane. The game, it's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over. Sometimes it is over before it's over, but it's not over till it's over.
Well, and it's just kind of, it is a rarity to see, especially at that level, on how, like, the minimal margin of error it is in the NFL, to see that happen. Like in college, you can see like college kids kind of wearing down, and obviously a quick turnaround in the fourth quarter like that. But like in the pros, like that's what we love to see. It's what makes football great. Like that we do get to see these moments where we see like a huge comeback like that.
Right.
So I do feel bad for the Giants kicker who Jude
McAtemi. I have
McAnemy.
He did. Jude is more unemployed than I am right now.
Oh, he's released.
Yeah,
he got released today.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's gonna find another job in the NFL.
I mean,
I could find another job.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 of 4 for the extra points. Yeah, that sucks.
Especially with them losing by 1 point.
Because he probably didn't even think like that it would even matter at that point too. And yeah, that's tough shit.
Tough. But yeah, congratulations. Do you have anything else on the NFL?
No, I think that's about it.
Dude, all right. Did you happen to see Friday the Dodgers versus the Brewers?
Did not. You're going to have to fill me in.
Okay, so there's this Asian guy from Japan named Shohei Ohtani. On the Dodgers.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay. He is one of those guys that pitches and hits for baseball. He might be the only guy that pitches and hits in the MLB right now.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't watch the game, but I'm not totally oblivious to sports.
Okay. He pitched 6 innings. Over those 6 innings, he had 2 hits, 0 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts.
Shit.
That's a gem for pitching.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
He also batted and went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs and 3. Obviously, they had 3 runs, 3 RBIs, 3 home runs, and a walk.
If that ain't a Taysom Hill.
That's a Taysom Hill.
That's a Taysom Hill right there.
That is the baseball version of Taysom Hill. Man, you want to talk about Swiss Army knife? Mm-hmm. He is the Swiss Army knife of the MLB. That is one of we're not really big baseball guys, but I appreciate and I love baseball and I appreciate a good stat line because I do love fantasy baseball. But that right there is something that I don't think we've ever seen. Right? It can't be. I'd have to go back to the 1920s to see if Babe Ruth did it. But
yeah, somebody in that era where the talent disparity was like was much greater.
Yeah, it's insane, and it was on during an elimination game. They cooked the Brewers.
Yeah,
it's done 5-1. It was smoked. I love it. I love seeing that shit.
Oh, you gotta love like the greats like that. Somebody that that's unprecedented in that sport. I mean, we loved it back in the day with like Michael Phelps.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like whenever in swimming terms, but
he was the Swiss Army knife of swimmers.
Yeah,
Taysom
exactly.
Hill of swimmers.
Yes,
we should do the Taysom Hill of every sport.
The Taysom Hill of every sport. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to give Ohtani a big shout out.
Had to.
I think the Dodgers are going to beat the Blue Jays in 5. I don't think it's going to be much of a series. They're too good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's do our NFL picks. Picks from last week. What did you have? I had. Oh, where'd they go?
So you remember how I was doing really, really good on my NFL picks?
Mm-hmm.
That just didn't go so well.
No,
I was 0 for 3.
I was 0 for 3 too, but I was 0 for 6. I mean, I lost all of them.
Oh, okay.
College and NFL.
Ooh, jeez, it really wasn't a good weekend for you.
No, it was terrible. That's what I mean, this is when you just gotta, just bury it and never think about it again.
You just gotta have a short-term memory loss. Go Dory on it, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're a big Dory podcast.
Dory podcast.
Big Dory. My game of the week was the Bucks. Bucks at Lions. I had the Bucks plus 5.5. Did not see that coming.
Yeah, Baker's hurt.
Yeah, I think so.
Baker's injured right now. You could tell. I mean, us watching Garrett Nussmeier all this time, we know when the quarterback's hurt.
Yes. And then Drew Brees towards the end of his career with several thousand rib injuries. Like you can tell when like the torso area or their upper body is hurt.
And the throwing mechanics are impaired.
Correct. Yes, we are experts at this, actually. What's your game of the week? What was it? I can't remember.
The game of the week last week for me was the Colts versus Chargers.
Did you have the Chargers?
I had the Chargers.
I will not bet against the Colts until they give me a reason to bet against them.
I'm staying away from them. I do not like because like the thing is like in my mind, it's like Arizona State last year. Like in my mind, Arizona State was awesome.
Right.
But, that's not the reality this season. And in my mind, Colts are like, they're technically a fraud. They're playing way beyond their means or their talent and ability right now. But that's not the reality. That they're actually good.
They're legit. And dude, they're 14.5 points favorites next week against Tennessee.
Titans.
Yeah. My underdog of the week last week was Panthers at Jets. I thought the Jets were gonna get their first win. I will never, ever, 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 ever bet on the Jets again.
Yeah, Jet fans don't even do that.
No. Actually, they want them to lose. Who's your underdog?
Underdog of the week, I had the Eagles versus the Vikings. I had Vikings plus 1.5. Yeah, it's tough. I didn't think that was going to be a breakout game. I thought Vikings needed a big-time win. It was going to be at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite of the week was the Steelers minus 5.5 at the Bengals. Oh, well, I guess it was in London, but
no, it was.
It was Thursday. I meant Thursday.
Thursday night.
Yeah, it was in Bengal. It was in Cincinnati. It was Thursday.
Thursday away games have been horrible for the Steelers.
Yes. I went 0-3. Okay, I got to put that behind me.
I went a bold one on the favorites. I had Broncos minus 7.5 over the Giants. I really thought that they were going to. I don't know. I thought the Giants' momentum was going to slow down.
Well, now would be the time to bet against the Giants.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they're done. They've got to be toast. How do you bounce back from that?
No, or maybe not. I don't know.
You
See.
you just like Cam Scatterbo.
I mean, I do, but they play good. They're playing way better than they did at the beginning of the season. So maybe the Vegas line is skewed.
I don't think they're.
Maybe I'm covering for myself. I don't know.
Maybe. All right. What's your game of the week for this week?
Game of the week for this week, I got Packers at Steelers.
What do you have?
I've got plus 3.5 for the Packers.
The Packers are not plus 3.5. The Packers are -3.
Are they minus 3.5?
Correct. Well, no, it's minus 3.
Oh, -3. Mm-hmm. Give me the Packers still.
I
think I had. I think that was
come
it.
on.
No, I've got -3.5. I got -3 for the Packers.
That's your game of the week.
That's my game of the week. I just missed it.
You messed up. Okay, that's fine. Well then I'm gonna start with my dog of the week. It's Packers at Steelers. Steelers +3. So we got 2 of whatever the opposite of JMO specials are.
Okay, anti-JMO.
Well, no, let's get a better one.
a better name for it.
Yeah, my game of the week though is I just think it's gonna be in Heinz Field. I will never call it Acrisure Stadium. It's gonna be in Heinz Field. Aaron Rodgers, anytime he plays the Steelers, I feel like he's gonna have like 5 touchdowns and 350 yards.
Ooh, it is gonna be against the Packers.
Yeah. You didn't think about that.
I did not think about that one.
Anyways, my game of the week is Vikings at Chargers. I have the Chargers -3 at home. I think they've got to do something to bounce back.
Ooh, I got the Chargers. on that one. For my favorite of the week.
Their favorite of the week? Okay. All right. Cool. Hey, we do have a JMO special and an anti-JMO special. I don't like calling it that. We got to figure out a different name.
You said that every single time.
I know, but I don't know what else to call it right now. What's the opposite of special? If we get an antonym for special,
I don't know.
I don't either. Anyways, let's see. Well, our last one is the favorite of the week, right?
Well, that was my favorite of the week was Vikings at Chargers.
Okay, what's your game of the week?
The game of the week was the Packers at Steelers. The one that you went over to your under because that was your under. So my dog of the week is actually the Giants at Eagles +7.5.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Hey, look, if they're going to do +7.5 again against the Giants,
I have DraftKings says -7 Eagles. So I don't know. We gotta. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with DraftKings, or
I was going with ESPN bets.
All right. We got to figure something out. Do you use ESPN?
Did you do -7 on the
Eagles? Yes.
My gosh.
Yes, I did.
Did we do all the 3 same games? And we just did.
So Vikings, Chargers, Giants, Eagles, Packers, Steelers.
Yes.
That's wild.
We did all the 3 same games.
Okay, like obviously this sounds bad, but like Joe and I pick these when we're doing our notes way away from each other. We have no idea what we're picking, and we happen to pick that. That's freaking wild.
That is wild.
That's insane.
That's a first.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's a first for the podcast.
Yeah, that we've never been this locked in. Giants, Eagles. Let's see.
I mean, I got Giants +7. Let's say Giants +7.
I think. Okay, because look, DraftKings has +7, so I think we should do
DraftKings.
All right, yeah, let's go to 7. You have Giants +7. I got Eagles -7. I think the Eagles are on a roll now, and I think the Giants, like I said earlier, I think they're the Eagles have a revenge factor here too. They not very happy about that Giants loss a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of banking on the Giants being very competitive.
You're a big Giants guy.
I mean, the big Giants guy right now.
Giants guy. Big Giant. All right, yeah, those are our picks. We'll have it posted on Instagram. You got anything else?
I think that's about it.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.